Hey everyone, how you doing? My name's Ben. I'm the founder of Bullring Crypto. I'm an advisor to the Interstellar Project and I am lead educator at Drift Exchange. Just recently, we've seen the formation of a brand new pool on the Stellar network, and that is Interstellar and Drift coming together to provide liquidity. So 50% of one asset in dollar value and 50% of another asset in dollar value. This is now giving those people who are providing liquidity weekly rewards paid on a Sunday, snapshot at any point between the Sunday night and the Sunday, of the following week, so that 7-day period. A snapshot any point in there, and then rewards are paid out on a Sunday evening. So that is like the payday for this specific pool. The cool thing about this pool is it's two very similar projects, both heavily into digital collectibles and NFTs, both all about providing rewards and inspiring their communities with a variety of different activities that they can get involved in. So really, really cool projects paired together, providing you guys the option, right, of getting weekly rewards paid in your favorite Stellar assets. Right then, so let's just talk a little bit about how this all works so you can get it into your head. We've got the Drift and the ISX pool down here at the bottom. Currently, it's just under $51,000 TVL. That's called total value locked, meaning the total amount of assets that are pulled together in that liquidity pool, right? So all of your $200 here and $500 there and $800 here and $50 there, all put together equates to nearly 51,000. Now that 51,000 is useful to us. We need to know this for a variety of different reasons. And let me explain a little more about that. We are providing 500,000 Drift tokens from the Drift Exchange project on a weekly basis, right? So every week we provide 500,000 tokens. Now, token prices obviously fluctuate up and down, Some weeks that can be over $1,000 and other weeks I'm sure it will be underneath $700 and everything in between. So to make this really fair to both communities, what we've decided to do is keep the 500,000 Drift tokens static, and just before we are about to pay the rewards for that week, we are going to see what amount of ISX tokens would equate to 500,000 Drift. I hope that makes sense. So that then you are getting 50% rewards in both projects and not a 60-40 or a 70-30 split. Let's have a look. Let's go over to LumenSwap and have a look at what that would look like right now, if I was to be paying the rewards out right now, so you can see the methodology behind that. The first thing that we would do is we would choose ourselves the verified asset that is Drift. So we'd click onto Drift and we'd put in here how much, one too many, 500,000 is in USDC. Let's have a look. 895, so we'll call it $900 to make it nice and easy, right? $900. So then what we would do is we could just put underneath here, I think we've got ISX at the bottom, you can see here, this equates to almost exactly half. So 2 of the ISX tokens is 1. So then the team there can see that there's not a big price impact, and the team there, if we were doing it now, would say, right, we need to put in 251,190 tokens as the reward from our side. So both sides would be exactly the same. I just need you to understand that they would be exactly the same. So now we know that if we were using that $900, this is $1,800 of reward per week going into the pool participants of the ISX and the Drift pool, right? You've got it. So we would need, if we scoot back across the liquidity, we need 0.1% to qualify for these rewards, or a share of these rewards. 0.1% here at the moment is just less than $51, right? Because 1% would be $500, 10% $5,000, and 100% of that pool would be $50,000, or just a little bit over. So $50 is all you need. However, as this pool grows, as more people start putting their assets into this pool, and the TVL grows, obviously 0.1% is going to be represented by a larger figure. Rather than trying to do what I call bottom feeding and trying to get in at the lowest possible level of putting crypto assets, it would be advantageous of you to go quite a bit higher, because what we don't want to happen is we don't want the snapshot to be taken and you miss out because you've tried to go in at the bottom level of putting in 0.1%, and the TVL has moved up, so the 0.1%, rather than it being $51, is $55, and you don't get any rewards. Then you go to the community, hey, I deserve some rewards. No, because say if the snapshot is taken today, that's absolutely fine. $51 would be enough. If it's taken tomorrow and it's up at $60 where the 0.1% line is, you would miss out. And I've made this video so that you understand that this is constantly fluctuating, both up and down. But at the moment, if we click onto that pool, we can see, if we're using the plotted lines here, that this is going up and up and up. Over the space of the last couple of weeks, we can see now that the total value locked is going one way and it's not down. So if you try and put in the bottom amount, the high likelihood is by the snapshot date, you will be missing on those weekly rewards. The great thing is, because it is weekly rewards and not monthly, you don't miss on the whole month. You would miss that week and then you would have to adjust how much you had in the pool, right? Fair enough. To put assets into this pool, I will come on to that in a moment, but let me just talk a little bit, because some people talk about APR, APY, how that whole process works. Right then, so let's just say we have 0.1% in the pool. If you've got 0.1% at the minute, we can see here that this is just under $51. If you've got just under $51 in the pool this week and the snapshot is taken and you've got 0.1%, you would get 0.1% of the rewards, because the rewards would be paid to you in accordance to how much you have in that liquidity pool in percentage terms. We have just identified that it would be $1,800 or thereabouts. So $1,800 broken down into 0.1% would actually be $1.8. You'd have $1.8 return on your $50. You can see that that is not a bad return over the space of a week. Yeah, not a bad return at all. If we think that 10% would be $5 and you're getting 1.8, then you're not getting far away from, what are we looking at? I don't know. But you're getting slightly less than 5%, aren't you? Right, slightly less than 5% into that pool, but over a week, that's cool. Let's just call it 4% for argument's sake. You'll get 4% return on your stake of $51 against your $1.8 that you've got, 4%. This is going to translate into an APR in a moment. The way we would work that out is we take our calculator here, look, and then we would go, let's just use 4%, You could work it out yourself if you wanted to exactly, but if we just take that and we times that by 52 weeks in the year, that's 208% APR, annual percentage rate, annual percentage rate, APR. So 208% if everything stayed equal, but nothing stays equal in farming. And this is something you also need to know. We've got the TVL, that can go up and that can come down. We've got the price of one token up and down, the price of the other token up and down. We've got all sorts of factors that can change this. And also, of course, we have got the reward pool. At the moment, we've got the reward pool, which is also in tokens that can go up and down. So if the token price is coming down and the reward is also going to be coming down, you're not going to be getting the kind of return for what you put into the pool in the first instance. However, if everything started going nicely upwards, and it went up kind of evenly, then you're in a good position because both of the assets that you've put into the pool are appreciating, the rewards are appreciating because we're on a fixed 500,000 a week, so the rewards are going up, and then the value that you'll be getting back on your rewards would also be appreciated. So everyone's a winner and everyone's happy in that instance. So we want to be seeing those tokens appreciating gradually together in price rather than heavy volatility where we start seeing impermanent loss. If you're not sure about impermanent loss, guys, please go and watch my videos on impermanent loss on Bullring Crypto YouTube channel. I explain it in more detail there. So with all of that said, you now understand a little bit about APR. APY is annual percentage yield. And what this means is that you add a compounding interval. Can be at various different lengths, okay? It doesn't have to be at any specific one. But what tends to happen with a lot of these auto compounders, the algorithm dictates where the compound intervals should be. This could be weekly, it could be daily, it could be multiple times a day, and they do it that way. But with this sort of system, you would need to do the compound yourself. So when you get those rewards, say on a Sunday night, some ISX tokens and some drift tokens, if you choose to, you could put those back into the pool, and that is what is called compounding. So you take your rewards out and you put them back into the pool if you are bullish on both of these assets, and you want to put more liquidity in, you just take the rewards out and put them back in, rewards out and put them back in, and build your position within that pool. That is annual percentage yield, or APY. So if you see the difference, APR and APY, one is with compounding intervals and the other is without. Okay, so let's just say we've got those ISX tokens and we have got those drift tokens and we want to put them into the pool. First thing that we need to do is we need to come to Lumen Swap. Next thing that we need to do is we need to click onto the AMM, or Automated Market Maker, and connect our wallet. You can see here that my wallet's connected. I've got my Rabbit wallet all connected up, and I can have a look at my pools. Here's an example that I did for someone earlier on, and you can see that I've already created my position in the XLM and Drift pool. If I click onto that, you will also see that I have more than 0.14%. The 0.1 is the cutoff, and I went a little bit higher because I just didn't want to have that bottom level. For the sake of this, let's withdraw it, and let's withdraw 100% and put it in again for this demonstration video. So we're going to withdraw this and confirm, and when this comes back to us into the two tokens rather than the liquidity pool token, okay, so that's happened. We've got no pool now, but we're going to go again, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new pool. So this is what you'll have to do the first time you do it. Create a new pool, and you want to pick the asset down here, which is ISX, and here, which is the drift token. Right, so we've got ISX and drift. We want to be putting in here enough that we cover our position. So let's just say we put in 375, 718 drift. First, if you wanted to check what is 0.1%, because remember you'd have to put in $50, or $51, then if we come across here, first of all, you can see the swap functionality. What I recommend that you do is come down, click on to drift, see how much 25 bucks worth of drift is with just using this little process there, $25. You can see that it's 13,672 drift I would need to put in for $25. So a lot more than what I was about to put in, right? So you can check that. However, I wouldn't do that. I would go somewhere like 50 bucks either side, so you've got $100 in the pool. Yeah, or something like that. You don't want to be bottom feeding. Remember what I said at the start of the video. You don't want to be doing that. So what I would suggest that you do is I would suggest that you come in with maybe 40 or even let's go 50. $50. So we've got 27,340. So I click back to my pools, new pool, right? I put in here again the same as what we've just said. 27,340 drift. And then we put in the ISX on the bottom. Sorry, it's my fault. Just bear with me. Click the wrong button. So we've got the drift down to the bottom, ISX. Here we've got the drift, 27,340, I believe it was. And then you can see that's automatically populated, yeah? So we've populated the one, it's pre-populated the other. And then we can just create this pool position with these two assets, drift and ISX, and then we can start getting our weekly rewards. We're happy with that. We confirm. And what we've got there is we're going to have about $100 worth, but it'll tell us in a moment. It'll tell us exactly what we've got. And we can see here, we have ISX drift. We have 14,270 there, and that's taken a little bit off because of obviously putting into the pools a little fee. And then when we click onto here, we can see we've got 0.2%. So I've got about $100, as I said, in this liquidity pool position. And I'm aiming off because I don't want to be the bottom feeder at 0.1%. I want to get a little bit higher. And this is if you're coming in, I mean, I would strongly suggest if you have the means, right, to even maybe go a little bit, you know, where you've got more than that in case the pool goes over 100,000. If the pool goes over 100,000, that 0.2% is going to turn to 0.1% and you may miss out. Okay, that's if you're interested in coming in. Remember the impermanent loss, guys. Remember the fluctuation of the assets. Remember to go and watch those videos. This is not financial advice. This is giving you the information needed for you to be able to put your assets into ISX and drift with confidence. If you do your own research and you choose to, I'm not telling you to, it's entirely up to you. But you can see here, we've got at the moment, we've got this covered. So now, if everything stays equal, we're going to start earning ourselves a reward. But the reward will be based, what did I say, on how much you have in the pool and how much the reward pot is. At the moment, $1,800, this would be $3.60. I'd get $3.60 based on my $100, 3.6% per week, 3.6% over the space for a month. Happy days. I'm in the region of 14 to 15% return. Yeah, if everything stayed equal. 14 to 15% return over the space of a year, then again, we're heading up there towards 200% APR, compound that in, and that can go upwards of 500% APY. It's a really, really early pool to be taking part of at the moment. As you can see, the percentages I'm talking about are very, very high. So it could be an idea for you to do your own research now and have a look at this pool and get involved while the prize pot, well, the reward pot is big, yeah, and the amount of TVL is low. Remember, as that TVL goes up, the price stays or the reward stays constant. There will be less reward or the same reward to be shared amongst more people, and you would get less. Yeah, that you need to factor that in to your thinking too. I hope this has been an in-depth tutorial for you in entering a stellar liquidity pool, specifically ISX and drift, because this is a new one for you. It's a new one and it's a long-term pool. So it's not one that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow. We've made the agreement this is going to be running over the space of 6 months, and then we are going to assess its success or not. Due to the fact that drift will be moving to a DAO, so community governed, in March, we may find, if this is particularly popular, that we move the rewards up. So we provide more rewards to this pool, and then we'll speak to ISX as well before we did that, about them moving their reward up as well, so that we can increase and we can boost the rewards into this pool. Should people take part, should people enjoy this pool and enjoy the rewards that are provided, that is something we will seriously consider with a proposal when we move to DAO. Thank you for joining me in this 20-minute tutorial video. As always, please put underneath any comments, questions. If you like this content, please hit the like. And of course, if you want more videos from me on all things Stellar and the projects that I represent, hit that subscribe button. If the minimum that you do is tell people about Stellar. Please tell people about Stellar Network and about the things and the tools that we've got here. We need more people to be coming across here and to use these features and functionalities on a regular basis. So even if you don't share my video, please talk to other people in your network and let's increase the amount of footfall that's heading to the Stellar Network. Cheers, guys. All the best. I look forward to joining you soon.